I think we're streaming on just YouTube. That's good. Yeah. Well, it looked like we're doing Gruul. Yeah, I completely forgot they said something about a pickup group guild slash thing Gruul layer pile of monkey nuts. So we're gonna be doing that. Hopefully we have enough people though. Although it is Gruul's lair. So just let's hang out then for a second, guy. Let's hang out for a second. What are you gonna do with all them guitars, bro? It's a good question and a good answer too, actually. Yeah, I don't know how to watch the football game or whatever, basketball game rather. There's always like some bootleg stream on YouTube, but I guess they've got an algorithm or something. So I have something I need to ship, and I drove all around town today looking for a place that sells a box big enough to ship it, and there is not one place. So tomorrow, my next day is, yeah, your next day too, conveniently enough, to find a fucking box, dude. It shouldn't be a problem, should it? It can't be impossible to find a box. I live in a town of like, what, how many people? Like 6,000 people, 7,000 people? Yeah, I can't find a box. Cardboard box. Well, that's kind of lame. Oh no. Did you destroy your fart coin for Maverick Dust or whatever, whatever the Dust's names are? And then you got to. The thing that might work too is like what I was thinking of is like, so if it's these are two potential options, and this is just all hypotenusing, whether or not this actually happens. Hopefully, it'd be cool. I'd do it. It'd be fun if I think someone else did it too. It'd be more fun for me to enjoy if somebody else did it, but I would do it if I had to. So either you could make it to where like you need to transmute these shit coins, say shit coins, meme coins, whatever, into these NFTs, but you need a certain amount of the ecosystem coin to do it. Now, here's the thing where I'm like, do I want, obviously this is probably not ever going to happen, but is it one of those things where I would launch a coin to facilitate this or use the pre-existing ecosystem? And I'm kind of the variety to say, like, I would rather just use the pre-existing ecosystem. So if we were to do it in a way that partner with like Pump Fund, you could say, well, Pump Fund would be like the transmutation coin, right? So for every time you transmute, you need Pump Fund coins as fuel to do so, right? Yeah, but it's like, well, why don't you make your own coin and mint a bunch? And this is, I'm like, yeah, but I would like, the ecosystem already exists for all this. I'm all for good ideas, but I'm kind of also against making tokens for the sake of making tokens, right? Like, what we have in the market as far as all this shit's concerned is like extended hardships due to the fact that tokenize everything, like even things that didn't need to be tokenized, right? It's like it's good to be able to like stocks, I understand, but commodities, bonds, everything, real estate, I get that, but to take a thing, develop it for 3 or 4 years as like an AI project, and then say, well, now we're going to tokenize it. I'm like, did you do that just because you wanted to get paid for your hard work and you couldn't find a venue or a buyer or whatever in the traditional market? Like, okay, well, that sucks, I guess, but um, you know what I mean? What really then? Is it about making the best thing ever, or is it about getting paid for the thing you already made? So I agree with using tokenization as a way or a means of self-funding yourself, as long as you stay true to what the initial thing was and don't get like, oh, well, use this launch pad to develop a technology, then take it elsewhere. Like I would not appreciate that, and because somebody that might be on the buyer side of that kind of thing might say, well, I don't really owe any of these people anything, and fucking scrap the token, take the technology, and start it up elsewhere. I'm like, yeah, I would have to disagree with that for personal reasons, obviously. But the thing is like, especially self-funding, if anything ever does work out with all this stuff, I would say that like the main thing to do is to always remember like how it all happened, how it started, who made it possible, right? And don't forget, you know what I mean? And token buyback program and this, that, and the other thing that you can use with platform revenue, just whatever you can possibly do, you know what I mean? Like even entertain holding a percentage of your own token as like a treasury asset or as some sort of investment vehicle or something, or whatever all these dad words are. But don't forget that like even though this thing was practically valueless at some point in time, it's the thing that made it all happen. That's the same story with Bitcoin at some point in time, right? Potentially valueless or valueless, actually negative value per Bitcoin at some point in time, and here it is now, one of the fastest growing assets on the planet. So keep in mind that kind of thing. Is like, don't ever scrap the fucking the thing that made it all happen in the name of, well, they're gonna offer us a whole bunch of like, okay, right, like difficult decisions, I'm sure, somewhere for some people, but that's like kind of why I'm against tokenizing things, because if you're not tokenizing things for the right reason, you're much more likely to say, well, what really do I owe these people that were token holders at some point in time? And not everybody's that way, but some are, and if you're already in like the cash grab mentality to begin with now, and you were then, we know what you're going to be about in the future, and that's not going to be paying homage to the people that made all this shit happen. It's going to be about how do you put money in your pockets, right? And I can't say that I have any specific reference or thing for this, but yeah, I mean, just that type of mentality, I guess, would not be great. But what was I trying to say? What was the point I was trying to make here? Oh yeah, tokenizing everything for the sake of tokenizing. Yeah, it's not a great idea. But no, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. So if we could use like a Web3 application that basically just utilizes the pre-existing infrastructure and the pre-existing ecosystem, and like, we'll go and fish out, like I've said, 4 or 5 of these meme coins that have really great communities, and then use the Pump Fund token as the token, possibly that is the fuel to fuel these transmutations that convert these pockets of meme coins into NFTs that can then be redeemed or used or wore as like an in-game item on your AI, possibly. And that's kind of the general scheme of it, right? And that would give the Pump Fund token a utility outside, like, and here's the thing too, is I don't know the legalese on all this stuff, but I know that utility tokens are like just way less of a hassle, it seems, right? So if you like, and the thing is like, yeah, you can't necessarily say, oh, well, this guy figured out a way to turn our token that wasn't intended for that use into something that it shouldn't be. But I don't think anybody could argue about taking a pre-existing token and then coming up with an application that then renders it a utility token, right? Like, if I were to come up with a scheme that allowed me to take your token and turn it into a security, you couldn't get in trouble for it. I would, right? So you can't necessarily blame the other person for what somebody does with their token, if that's correct. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, everybody knows that. But the thing is, like, there's almost what legalese, whatever the blah 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 the hurdle might be or the road bump for a utility token. Like, I'm coming up with a creative way of turning something that I see has no use case scenario that I'm aware of into something that has a utility, and I'm not claiming that there's any sort of value to it. I'm like, basically it's an internet currency that allows you to convert other internet currencies into another internet collectible, or if you want to consider all these things to be collectible and not currency, whatever you have to do, whatever gymnastics you need to do. But like, I'm all about gamifying the system, not necessarily turning it into a vending machine or whatever, or a printing press, because the best things don't ever start off as like, well, how do we turn this into this? At like day one kind of things are not often going to be, at some point in time, like, you've got to keep the lights on, right? Okay, but how do you make the best thing possible? It should be first and foremost, right? And if you really do make the best thing possible, then keeping the lights on might not be a problem at some point in time, right? But the idea that you would have, like, basically an abundance of this one thing, right? And this would get some of these out of circulation and convert them over to something collectible that can then be displayed on your character. You can craft your fucking AI car, your AI spaceship, your AI this, that, the other thing. I wouldn't know how to give these items like stat points or make them like helpful for your character per se, but I guess most of the NFT market is basically just a JPEG stored to a server that the smart contract calls on, I guess, the URL to display or whatever. It's not like on chain, you know. That being said, this wouldn't necessarily be fully realized on chain because there's really no reason to. But the item, basically, the custodial rights to the NFT are stored on chain to the point where, yeah, it's still like people kid themselves saying that, oh, there's no like fully realized cryptocurrency project that exists every bit of it on chain, right? Because you still rely on traditional infrastructure in some way, shape, or form to make things work. I think Bitcoin is probably the closest thing to it, but how much of the other stuff requires, like even Ethereum, you have to have a node, which requires like traditional hardware and infrastructure and the internet. Yeah, you need the internet for Bitcoin, but it has ASIC miners and stuff like that. As far as there's a certain amount of dilution with any of it. But the point is that either you, but I'm not for like just launching tokens for the sake of launching tokens. But if you were to come up with the fucking thing, well, it would make sense then. If I have a good idea and we're already doing something possibly, then in the future, here's help for your thing that also helps our thing, and it creates a desire for these things, gives them a use case scenario, and then, you know what I mean? I think anybody would be on board with that idea, I hope, right? Isn't that, like, on top of the fact that, well, at some point in time, this thing was just a collectible. Now it's a collectible with a use, right? So, yeah, I agree that would be the best way to do it. The thing that makes it, not say frustrating, but what makes it more difficult is that all these collectibles, NFTs, and all that stuff, people just lose interest in this shit after like the market goes down and all the craze is over with. But if you make this usable and make it part of your AI, and this is something that within reason a person might talk to, depending on who you are, anywhere between an hour a week, an hour a day, to some people 2 and 3 hours a day, you know what I mean, 20 hours a week, they sit there with the thing right on their screen at all times, right? I would be doing it right now if I had it, you know. So that being said, that would give these, to say what's the thing, retention value, right? Which wherever you're deriving that number from is up to you. I'm just saying whatever perceived value. If you want to calculate it in man hours and effort, conversion from previous things, whatever, it's entirely on you to figure it out. But your perceived value of these things, right? It's like the retention of that becomes higher based on the fact that you do use it every day. It's not like, well, we had it, held it in our wallet, the craze died down, and then the thing just stayed in my wallet. Now the perceived value, however you measure it, has declined greatly, right? And then we probably will never see it go back up again, whatever that might be. If you were to make it a part of an ecosystem that you patronize on a daily basis or so, then yeah. Which, but this might be like one of those things where once I talk about it to somebody, if I ever do, they come up with like, well, that's good, but we'd rather see it do this and this. It makes more sense over here. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to incorporate. The thing is, I always use my frame of reference for these kind of things. My frame of reference is a crypto thing, so the idea that I need to make this idea fit into what it is that I'm doing doesn't necessarily mean that's where it fits best. So I like to share these ideas. So if anyone goes, hey, yeah, no, that's great, but we would like to do it with this thing instead, right? If you come up with a thing that says, yeah, it would make more sense to launch a token, okay. You know what I mean? But this is kind of a basic thinking point, starting off point. Do we need extra people? Like, how many do we need for Gruul? I guess get there regardless. Got my stam gear, mana potions. I'm not allowed on the Aldor Scryer tier. Oh, look at that, I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be. I'm trespassing. But the thing is, like, what it boils down to is, like, well, good idea, complicated, maybe not fundamentally, but it is a task, right? It's like, how do you delegate the fucking thing, basically? Right. How do you delegate it then? Technically, it's not complicated, right? A smart contract that converts and burns tokens into NFTs, and like, I know other people have proposed projects that have a proof of burn kind of thing, but like, you could have a POB, if you want to call it that, proof of burn NFT, which is an NFT that you could say reasonably derives value from something else. I don't know what that means necessarily in a legal sense, or if you know what I mean, but I'm saying like, well, if those tokens are destroyed and it's not redeemable for anything else, then yeah, I don't know. One of those be cautious, like kind of things, I guess. Like, but say these are a resource and it costs this much, you paid this much for the resources. I don't imagine how the government would ever say that's not allowed or whatever, but because no one's promising you value out of these things. Like, it's strictly a gamified way of using your tokens, and that's artificial, you know what I mean? And like, the thing though is that each NFT represents a certain amount of tokens burned, which is kind of cool, I think. You know, you have like the traditional blockchain transaction history and log of these things, and you have like a thing that says, yeah, on this date, this wallet burned this amount of tokens, and it minted this new thing, right? I have not done any research to see if there's not a similar concept in play anywhere yet, but basically converting your meme coins into reagents to build. You have to have a video game worth playing, right? And you don't want to bottleneck such a good idea by putting it into the crypto ecosystem only, but so the thing could be developed independently and then applied in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm kind of the variety to say, like, how do we make this, say, keep the crypto token, keep the token and everything, because it's a great idea, but make it as least crypto-centric as possible, because crypto-centric projects only appeal to however many percentage of the population honestly holds cryptocurrency. Okay, they say 5%, 10%, whatever. I bet it's less than that, because they say based on the amount of wallets. Not each wallet is representative of one individual holding crypto. So that number is probably inflated in some way, shape, or form. That's fine. But of that number, then, even if it's inflated, how much of that is Solana? Okay, well, then a smaller number, you know. And you're like, well, do you really want to build a product that only appeals to an inflated percentage of an inflated percentage group of people? No, you want to build a general purpose, all use AI that seemingly could have blockchain components under the hood, but for your average end user, you want to be able to have them go to the platform and uh, not even know that most of the shit is AI, or not AI but crypto. So those are the best crypto projects, I think. Even if you had the thing like, well, your normal guy can create an account, buy all the stuff, creates the NFTs. I don't know, man. There's something here, you know. I don't know. Or Shadow Priest, like of all the people that I need to be at the goddamn raid, like it's something to do. But good idea. It might be an idea that might be better tabled for a smaller crypto project, possibly. You know what I mean? Like, because you, like I said, you don't want one idea to weigh down an even bigger idea if possible, right? Like, or have to scrap it and break off at some point in time. You, you know what I mean? Maybe just the proof of burn NFTs could be, because if you've ever noticed, the bull cycles kind of coincide with these market trends. I say market trends, but themes and stuff amongst the crypto community. And there's always like this, hey, there's this, oh, ICO thing, right? Oh, then there's NFTs and there's this, that, and the other thing. Like a new theme kind of sometimes is what's needed for a really interesting and enjoyable kind of crypto experience. Whereas, but a proof of burn NFT, if I mean this thing might already exist for all I know. But the point would be it would be rewarding for people that have held on to these meme coins, stayed active in the community. The developers didn't dump the coin. They didn't rug everybody. They're forward facing as much as they can be. They are active in the community. They haven't forgotten about their community. They continue to do what they need to do. As vestigial as that might be for meme coins, well, I mean, there's got to be something fundamental about it, right? If there's that much cash flowing around between people, if there isn't anything fundamental there yet, then fucking make something. Because, like, look, if there's all that going on without anything there, like, imagine what it's going to be like if you can actually add some value to it. You know what I mean? And I say measure value however you want: man hours, blood, sweat, and tears. You know, those are the two metrics I'm using currently. uh, so, how much work are you putting in? How much value do you see in it? Right? It's like, well, how many hours, and how many times did you fucking cry yourself to sleep in the midst of all this? Like, oh, just I woke up this morning crying. Actually, right? That counts. That counts too, right? So, if you're not waking up crying, you're fucking doing it wrong, right? Right. Yeah. 15, 16, 17 people. I gotta be the tank bitch for this. But that's one of these few things that I keep. Whatever, man. Solana is the best place for it, and I see all the moving parts in my head. I don't know if that's where all this is headed, but I would probably assume that I. The thing is, whenever something like the NVIDIA Spark comes out, it makes you kind of rethink. So it's a very dynamic situation, like rethinking the idea that, well, at some point in time, a computerized dollar, and then every AI wallet having a whole bunch of these stable coins to transact on chain and like request not resources but information and delegate tasks, and then using this computerized dollar to facilitate all the transactions. Like, okay, well, we're getting to the point now where something like the NVIDIA Spark is pushing us closer towards not having to rely on external APIs, which require some meat or some mechanism of exchange between an AI and the third party, right? or the other AI, AI to AI transactions and stuff, are like, well, that number is now going to, if you estimated it, not that I have any hard numbers in my hand or anything, but if that number now in my mind is lower than what it was, right? The idea that, well, now that you're able to put one of these brains inside your home that can host potentially one third, two thirds, or if not the entirety of your AI like stack or whatever you want to call it, um, the necessity for AI to AI transactions is now decreased, right? Because you're self-hosting your AI's brain versus relying on like an 11 Labs API or an Anthropic API, which some people still might prefer those things for certain tasks. But in my mind, up until about a week ago, the idea was that AI to AI transactions would account for however much percentage of on-chain transactions, and what would be the likely fuel source for those interactions would be, well, stable coins, more than likely, because you wouldn't allocate a portion of an asset that has volatility to your AI to spend because, well, it gets two-thirds of the task, the value of Solana drops, and now it can't complete the task. You're like, yeah, so you would say like maybe some of it, but you would still say most likely the best case scenario for that kind of thing is a stable coin. That way you don't have any step away from your workstation and then the thing runs out of money to do it. So that number has decreased. It's still not going to be a number that is still going to exist. But regardless, this is a feature that a traditional credit card company cannot do. I mean, they'd have to build a separate interface and all this stuff, and I don't know if they're there yet. But Visa's transaction ability is not necessarily enough. If you're talking about AIs communicating, and each communication that they have is, represents a portion of a dollar spent or whatever, you're saying that like, well, just these AI agents alone can probably overload the request amount that the Visa network would be able to facilitate. Not to mention all the fucking having to put in your credit card number every time. Like the thing is it's possible. Don't get me wrong, but the sheer quantity of transactions might not be, based on the way their thing is set up currently. Not to mention, if the chain that supports these transactions also already supports the tokenized dollar portion of it, you're like, well, now two of the things that you need to do it all exist in the same spot. So where's the place that you're most likely to do it then? It's like where it's easiest, right? And the cheapest. And I believe that's Solana. So AI to AI transactions, this goddamn other thing, and this other thing, and this other thing, right? But that's kind of like my assessment of the overall state of where this all is currently, where it might be headed, where it is currently. As we see more of these models ran locally and less external APIs and hosting and stuff required for it, I see that, okay, then, but that doesn't mean that doesn't eventually scale anyway due to the amount of people doing it, right? I gotta get my guild's Discord here real quick, and they're at the bonfire. My name is Bixler. I'm on mute. To sign up for raid real quick before I forget and get benched. Sometimes, man, I get the impression these people are testing me with shit because they, well, no, because they got moved around that one time. Soft res it dot. Do you want me to? Let's see. Soft res dot it. /raid /. Don't fucking tease me with that. What do you think? Oh, he's got that brute cloak. Hopefully he lets me have it, man, because I let him have the meow for mommy. He's resto and he wants that off the shitty, man. We all want that goddamn cloak. I passed the lightning capacitor though to the guy, so he probably, I don't know, maybe not. Some people do and don't do that kind of thing. Some people say, well, you shouldn't have passed me the thing then. I'm like, I hope not. But man, I'm praying. Anyway. Yeah, no problem. Look at that one-eyed monster. Does he have his tier 3 already? Dragon Strike, he does. So he's got his nethers for it. Warbringer is tier 4. Have we not had any of the warrior shit drop? He's trying to get rid of that goddamn abacus, isn't he? Girdle. Hold my hand, goddammit. Why are you so sweaty? Why are you so sweaty? Hold my goddamn hand. Alright. Now we're computer married. Internet married, right? Well, we should have enough people to summon, but can't read too far off into it, man. I get into my head when I get to reading the tea leaves about shit, like trying to, make sense of things that don't make any sense to anything, right? God damn it. Try to fucking Charlie in the mailroom about it. Which was so weird though. Somebody said that I'm like, and I know I've mentioned this before. They said that there's an internet Reddit theory, which means what exactly, right? They're like, yeah, he's saying Pennsylvania. The envelope said Pennsylvania, and he kept saying Pepe Sylvia, because he's dyslexic. I'm like, that's funnier than the real story. Even the guys I think at the on the thing there, the podcast or whatever, was like, yeah, that's a very interesting theory, right? That's pretty funny. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. It's like the reason he can't find the person is because he doesn't know how to. Well, he doesn't know how to read, right? Because he's an idiot. Right. Some of the smartest people are dyslexic. Fucking gremlins. Fucking gremlins were out in force today, weren't they? One after another, dude. Like all sorts of shit was going on. This weird guy that. Never mind. Never mind. I explain it to somebody so I don't get myself committed to a fucking mental hospital. Right. It's fucking crazy. It's a joke, but also like it wouldn't be due to any of my faculties or lack thereof. It would be somebody else's of it. All right. Please do. Can somebody kick me? So the guy's here to detail the car on Wednesday, and I gotta. What I looked up online is that the thing that because it was stolen in the past and recovered successfully with minor damage, and that there's nothing on the title that states that it's been a salvaged or recovered car or whatever. I think the guy at the lot was just feeding me a line of shit more than likely. Basically, just didn't like me more than likely, and so that being said, though, like he made it sound like it was way worse than it was. I'm like quite like sitting there shaking, going like, do I need to call the cops? You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, the car is stolen. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I've been driving, like, I've been pulled over in the thing. I've been driving it for 3 years now. There is no way. I'm like, you must have the wrong car. He's like, yeah, it looks like it was flipped upside down and caught on fire. And yeah, actually, previous owner was John Wilkes Booth, and then Adolf Hitler had it after him. And I'm like, are you like, how am I gonna sell this fucking thing, right? And it turns out the guy is just fucking compulsive exaggerator, probably compulsive masturbator too. But I don't, no judgment here, no judgment here, right? But yeah, so lame. But then when I looked at it, like the remarks are actual mileage, like good things, right? Like whatever. Can we get the ball rolling? Please, 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 dear God, guys. Oh shit. Not to copy his style entirely, but trying to see that four piece is going to help his DPS a whole bunch, isn't it? So he's got the hollow goggles, so he shouldn't want the robes off Vash, the wristbands. I guess if I had to guess, he's gonna go with the. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to snag up pieces that aren't my best in slot that way. Hopefully, I have more favorability on the other stuff. Prioritize. But we're all here for the Cloak of the Ogre Magi. Loves cream. I thought ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream though. Yeah, when we get like what this will do wonders for, say, like my mental health is in disarray or whatever. But where the thing is, like the thing the 21st century so far has provided us with is the fact that this thing of mental health consists of, well, there are varying degrees of mental well-being, right? It's like everybody's mentally ill now. Come on now, what a crock of shit. There are people that are healthy, you know what I mean? But now it's gotten to the point where any amount of mental anguish has to be measured in how mentally unhealthy that you are, right? Um, you're like, yeah, sometimes days are shittier than others. Like, that's life. I don't think it's any indicator of illness, right? But the state and all these people, like 21st century psychiatrists or whatever, the drug companies want to perpetuate this idea that there's just a varying degree of everybody's a varying degree of mentally unwell, right? You're like, yeah, that's not true. Just isn't. Just like the guy that wins Ninja Warrior is at 0 degrees physically unwell. You know what I mean? Like there's a state of not being sick at all. Yet the state, the government, and the Pfizer's and Moderna's and all that wants you to believe that, well, everybody needs just like everybody needs a Zoloft every now and again, right? That's kind of the thing that they're trying to sell, right? It's like as soon as you create the not the Overton window or whatever, but the widen the definitions of what it means to be like just having a bad day does not mean that you're mentally unwell. But they'll have you believe that no, that's just like, oh, you're only at like a 1 out of 10 mentally ill, right? You're like, yeah, that's not true. That's all there is to it. You guys are full of shit, and you know it. Because if they bring you and drag you into the category of any degree of mental unwellness or mental illness, then suddenly you apply for this thing they call a remedy, which is like Zoloft or Paxil or any of these SSRIs, antidepressants, versus just admitting outright, like, look, there are people that don't need the shit, period. And the people that don't need the shit are actually a larger number than that what they say. You know what I mean? Like, let me guess, your profit motive consists of basically selling you the pill, right? So what do? We widen the definitions of those who need it then, right? Yeah, of course. And you guys get paid for doing that? Anyway, you know how I feel about all that stuff. But yeah, no, today, bad hair day, basically. You know, this last week has been a bad hair day week. I wouldn't say that I'm eating my own shit or anything. Yeah, right. They'll have you believe that eating your own shit is a sign of mental illness. I don't think it is. I think it's just some people are different. They'll have you believe, right? I've met really smart people that love to eat their own shit. Actually, some of the smartest people I know eat their own shit. So throw your theory in the garbage. Some of the best, smartest people that I've ever met fucking just love eating their own shit for some reason. I don't know why. It is a bit strange. Now that I think about it, I'm like, there's a theme here. Some of the smartest people I know just love to eat their own shit. Well, yeah. I'm in the guild chat right now. Are they not talking? Is it super quiet for some other reason? We're on the pug chat now. I don't hear anybody. Is anybody here? Can you guys hear me? I guess not. I guess my Discord was crashed. Like, I'm wondering why it's so silent. Normally these people are not that quiet. You in the right channel? Yeah. Can't hear anything. What the fuck, guy? It's always something.
Yep.
There you are. Awesome.
Damn, we got 25. Look at that.
How about that?
It was
And
crashed.
I don't have to tank for High King? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and Niz is doing the thing with the Bellunter, so all bases are covered.
How stupid can I play on arcane? Is a question.
I mean, we're gonna kill the blind eye and then kill High King. So plan around that strategy.
Just
as
take
you
off
will.
your salve and you're good to go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll click off myself.
You know, pop wreck.
I'm
I'm
popping
flying
back
there,
on
but I
roll.
will take a summon if available.
Yep, we got summons. I'm just going through, seeing if anyone's not at rules. I'm just going to start summoning them after a break.
Three pally buffs is huge. Might, Kings, and Salve. Sheesh.
Abby's in his arena gear.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm still in PvP spec. Screw PvPing outside.
There we are.
Swap over to PvP.
All for tooth.
I just checked it, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can still
You're
put
the
it in,
last one here, as God intended, as it should be.
Fuck off, RC Loot Council. It's my off day.
Pally Tally? Someone in my group named Pally Tally.
Can we get low sodium health?
Yeah, the 2080s. You have
like
the 2496s and the 20, the fat free ones.
Computer. Computer. I hate having to tank this. Well, actually, I don't mind really, but I got the Scryer's Blood Gem.
This is the kind of people I like.
Stamina thing.
This isn't his group, but he's already assigned shit. Love that. Sport.
Gonna ask if y'all got any of them Uncrustables? Not that I need them, but you never know.
Yeah, toasted Uncrustables is a highly spoken of thing in this Discord, brother.
From
Craig.
frozen though. That's the best way
Frozen,
to do it.
toasted. It's the best.
I'm with you. I think I just fit right in, bro. Let me just G quit now.
Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, we don't need another rogue.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
take your resto shaman. You can correct
Damn.
VR.
Yeah, correct if you do, I'll fit right inside you, buddy.
Damn. Just your size.
Sounds
Well, I
hot.
don't know. Technically, Mackenzie's in Malta for 2 weeks, so
Why is he Malta?
take
That's
his sloppy
true.
scraps.
Yo, let's go, dude. Yeah, facing towards the wall.
Well, no,
Right.
so that
There we go.
I was mentioning I didn't get the mace would be the best.
I mean, I was standing behind him.
I always thought you'd get pick.
Oh boy.
Saw another person get picked. Who gets his name now?
Hey, Dr. Scrotum, scoot up a little bit. Thank you, sir. So, are you like a PhD, or do you actually practice medicine?
Dr. Scrotum MD.
I mean, if you practice medicine, wouldn't it be Dr. Scrotum MD? Yeah, see, self-taught. There you go.
Craigslist doctor, we love those. Alright, schools, so I'm just gonna lose.
We should also get fort set.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready check to check plus.
Best bet's get the forts. So we're good. He just has to finish that.
So we got 12,000 health.
Correct and Niz are missing. Mark of the Wild and Busy Beats.
Yeah, we want more spell hit than not. Like it's
Whoever's
basically
given Blessing of Sanctuary.
because in my Frostbolt, you know, I want to be hit cap as close to hit capped as all
You have
hell or
2
whatever.
hours to
Oh, I don't have any fire protection potions. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Sanctuary
Should be all right.
lets you block and stuff.
I should be all right.
You should just give us wisdom and put a 10-minute might on you and easy clap.
I forgot to
there
get
you go.
my thing.
Yeah, do that.
Impromptu. Fire protection.
Not too worried about it. Alright, Callan MD to Trolley on X.
Kind of dressed like a retarded person. Dressed himself, aren't I?
Iting MD Skull to Tin Can. And then Asnot, I'll just have you charge Diamond on repeat since he's going to fear you anyway. Iwonka's on Skull. Iwonka will be doing her pool. Both hunters will be on Triangle holding threat there. We're going to kill Skull first, then we're just going to blow down High King, and then we're going to run out.
DPS left side, strong guy.
Totems here.
We only have two.
My favorite little hairy tortoise. Ready check for pool.
Any chance of a fire resist aura in our Wonka's group?
Maybe.
Tin Can, can you do that? Or actually,
Tally.
Tally, yeah.
Will he be close enough?
I have totem for him, it's fine.
Oh.
Oh, you've got Totem.
Iwonka's a
Oh,
Dr.
you're not in the right group.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Dr. Scrotum. Oh, Dr. Scrotum's got it. Okay, cool. Alright.
Marked Iwonka's
Giving you
as an
15.
well. Remember, don't go in until they're in position, folks. Need good kicks on Skull.
We're burning Skull
I
first.
still don't have a fire resist aura on him.
Tin Can, pick up Skull, please.
Plus.
Got a lot of hit. I don't know why it's getting resisted, but whatever.
Yo, did I do a good job tanking Skull?
You did. 10 couplings is what I saw.
Damn, ask not a
Oh.
lot. No.
No, stabby.
That's why I don't like running out, because I know I'm gonna lose a consume. As a healer, I
Took
always
me
try to
out.
go last.
Hey, that's why you don't consume. Nothing lost, boys.
I know. Well, I actually went for
No,
the
I'm just
cheap
kidding.
ones. Like, I went for
The road less traveled.
elixir of healing power. Just 1 gold. I'm like, no way in hell. I'm not popping a mage ward for
Alright,
that
it's been
shit.
10 seconds. I'm going in.
Nope, don't.
Up. Counter in progress. Stabby's in there.
Hello?
He'll tell us when it's good.
Yeah.
How am I
Where
still
is my
getting
offhand?
people whispering me? And this person's like, "Hey, Resto Druid, I'm interested." I'm like, "We're on roll."
Now we should be good.
ASL?
Yeah, can you post
Everyone's
SR?
over.
Oh.
Jokes, jokes, jokes.
Oh,
Nope,
Jesus,
the
you
Fell
fucking
Hunter's right
scared
at the
me.
door.
Just a bug with some jokes.
Yeah. You guys will all have to run in at the same time. It's only 40,000 health.
It's only 40k health.
We can't zone
Yeah,
in.
we're in an encounter.
Got
That's why we both have to.
correct. Run out, buddy. Alright. We all run in.
Nice. You got enough people. Fell hunters don't do that much damage, so as long as Moose doesn't do it. Let's go.
Thugs were.
You guys should be able to kill him now.
Yeah, they're careful.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah.
What can you use it as? Skincare? Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah, I was gonna say, first of all, how dare you?
I just saw him destroy really fast.
Cloak of the Ogre
While we're
Magi.
doing this, I gotta run back to town and grab something quick. Somebody needs resummon.
What the fuck, dude?
I am.
I didn't need any fire protection potions
What
there.
did you forget that you need for rule?
Damn, all the one hero. What'd you get? I have shit ton of tank consume, Shirley. What did you forget? I got you.
Well, I already heart, so
God.
just
Forgot a shield.
no, I have it on.
Dude, Trolley, I told you gotta bring a shield to tank, man. Come on.
Do I though?
Can someone run out with Trusting just to summon?
Yeah, I'm coming. Never mind, Oak's coming.
Yeah, y'all start pulling trash.
You'll be down with healers, so just wait. You'll be fine.
Just pull that one path then. You'll fuck it up.
Am I still muted? Good. Right.
Down tin can. Let's get going. I was gonna wait for the path to come back. Just go pull another. Oh, I see. I thought he'd come back a little quicker. He's bullshit.
Where is Oak Totems?
Look at this two.
Pretty sure.
I
Oh,
couldn't
he's
do the other two.
Elixir of the Mongoose guy. I want to do well mech Therodon. Really, I really don't need anything off any of this shit, but
I got it. I'll be
Fuck
right
it.
there.
Fuck it. Okay.
You get it, Trolley?
Yep, I got it. You guys can run back in. I'll be right there.
that was lame.
Another
We
can.
might get the ones in the hallway. Oh, that was fun.
Can I get a heal? Before I do anything at all?
Coming back. Oh, I'll get him.
How the fuck did I take damage there? Cleaved? Oh, I got cleaved there at the beginning. Cleaved some butthead.
Stack.
Good.
You guys can zone in now.
I just wanted to know what Trolley left.
Too I'm gonna rebuff Meow if you can with everything.
Meow. Where's Meow?
I knew it.
Oh, did you do that with fucking riding crop?
No.
Maybe it was hourglass then.
Let's clean it up. Be out of here, Tim.
Run a zigzag pattern.
Yeah, you do.
Turn him away from me, please.
Oh, I have threat on X. That's not good.
Turn him away. He's gonna hit me. I'm gonna get cleaved for all but 10 of my health. I think. Maybe. Maybe not.
Damn,
Got
Grey Warriors. Give them a second on threat. Face
boars.
them away from raging us, motherfucker.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200
Oh,
dollars.
and I feel so good. I got X. Over here? Is this exchange base? Change scenery?
Yeah, I like to, see the other side of the back side of this wall.
Damn, Harry's trying to beat him. Callan, Mr. Ectrolium pool.
Make sure we get rebuffs.
Ooh, can I go cat here?
Lip died.
No.
Fuck. Okay. Oh yeah, duh. We gotta.
Which odds left, even, right? Right.
Oak, we doing odds left, evens right? I don't want this ass.
Sure.
Sure.
Perfect. I am in an odd and even group.
Yeah, just spread out.
Yeah, don't hug each other and chatter.
You people Christmas.
It's a face game. We had prep last night. Instantly
Better.
misclick and it just
Okay, ate long enough to find myself.
Scrotums, you good?
I late for lunch. I really think I missed one.
I need to do his next knockback. God damn it. Come on now. For fuck's sakes, man. Shit. No one died, though. Fuck.
Double blood.
Ah, damn.
Give it up for week number 13.
Oh, hold on. I gotta ignore this first.
Have y'all not gotten a DST yet?
We have
Shit
not seen
luck.
a single one.
That is tragic. I'm sorry.
That was lame, dude. I need the boss timers to know when to evocate sooner, because I could have evocated, had mana that entire time, and done like 1600 damage. Or 1600 DPS, rather.
And then 2 people left.
Yeah, 2 of them left.
Got that shit.
Garbage.
Does anyone need that? Did anyone
It's
soft res that?
SR'd by 2 people.
Cobra.
Never mind.
Prince Callum.
Yeah.
Hunter Warlock.
Changed by Evangel.
69. Nice.
Prince Tank. Oh, there were 2 of them, so you both get one.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Wait, there was only one.
Oh, whoops.
Did you?
Niz, can you give that to iTing? Sorry, I don't know why it didn't go to him automatically at first. Alright, this is reserved by 3 people.
Folks. Roll again.
Oh shit. I
Folks.
completely forgot I did too.
Yeah, the double
Oh,
SR never wins.
right.
That's
Double
where I
SR
was.
never wins. Double
Prince
SR
just
never wins.
Odds were not in your favor.
No.
Well, I guess they were, but the rules were.
No
Sorry.
dice.
4 people on this one.
Damn. The single has
Go
started as
Craig!
Louisa.
No, it's just a game ball.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Despot, I don't know where you are, but
He's next to you. He's pretty close to you. I'll mark you.
Dumbhead.
It's SR by Ask.
Hell yeah.
Go straight
I
to
want
him.
to be that dumb head.
You dummy
Rad.
head, right?
Thanks for tanking.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the
Thank you
last.
for the invite, boys.
My cat decided to swan dive onto my fucking
Open
keyboard
trade.
again.
It's always the cat, bro.
That's
Sorry,
dude.
I'm
That's like the 6th
struggling.
time he's done it.
Oh, there you are. You're
Holders, Fallen Hero.
bless.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're the same.
Well, all three of you get one. Yay!
God, I need to play a warlock, man. It's crazy.
Yay!
Are you guys doing a mag after this by chance, or just brutal?
No.
Fun.
Alright, open trade with me, I Tang, and Usain Bolts.
Who's launcher first?
GG's boys. Better luck next week. Yeah.
One more portal and we can go.
That was fun.
Very fun to fill for like basically 1.5 hours and then blast it out in 15, 20 minutes.
That's how it always goes.
Oh yeah, I know.
Dropping back to normal channels.
100%.
I guess I'm gonna do a heroic, so we can see week over week what my 15 whatever the fucking 1400. Hang up the internet phone. Warcraft. Where's my raid logs from last week? Swap the instance to. So that was an improvement over last week. Last time, rather. 1368 versus. 1400. I don't really see where the real number is there. But regardless, I'm trying to think of what is more damage though. The Shafar's Nexus Horn or the Eye of Quag. Anyway. Get a sandwich and some stuff I need to eat in a minute, but went and did grocery shopping, got all my mixed vegetables, and they didn't have any chicken at Walmart. Like, they had the entire frozen section of food shut down pretty much. And, which makes it difficult to purchase chicken, my favorite food. Actually, beef's my favorite, but chicken's slightly healthier for you. Especially if you eat as much of it as I do. You're like, yeah, lower the cholesterol, you know. That was shitty, man. I got knocked, like, I could have done more DPS there. If I would have had the boss mods, I could have seen that I had an evocate. Like, the thing is, you get silenced, and then, you know, it's like, basically, whatever, you know. I would have had a period of time there where I could have evocated, not gotten knocked back, and not gotten silenced, but I waited till after the thing just to make sure. I get so frustrated, like, one or two ticks of a knockback, or of a evocate, and then get a knockback is annoying. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. see me? Hello? Hello, hello. Run out of space for all this shit. How do we... Blue, yellow, we need blue, blue. You might just get all fucking 3 spell penetration gems. My bags are entirely full of shit right now. Really though, like, break the bonus on that. I could just leave that like it is and put 2 10 spell gems in my shoulder, and then all I lose is the set bonus thing, or whatever. 3 resilience. Got 40 spell penetration. Full season tier 1 now, other than the cowl. Got the invokers. Might even just wear my... Oh, that's got the... Doesn't have the spell reflect thing. Evokers. Shoulder enchant. I didn't see you there, Aqua Thick. Sorry. Sorry, I just saw it as the thing was about done. Okay. Breathe. Calm. Right. Are you Yeah, almost. Almost IRL. Oh yeah, turn these in to the... Yeah, I don't know, but we didn't have drums also. Remember, we didn't have drums on that fight either. So, like, I've got my gear sort of catered and specified for, like, or specifically for, rather, like drums and all this shit. The group composition matters a bunch there, you know. So better be. Hoping so. Where is my thing I just got there? Do you see it? Where'd it go? There it is. PvP drink it. So it's not the best set of PvP gear ever, but it's pretty good. Alright, now, we got 5 people. Gotta join the Discord with the guild. Everybody quiet down. Quiet the fuck down.
Verdun before the nerf was insane. I did it before the nerf, and not fun.
Oh my god.
And you're just making me want to go play Elden Ring tonight when I know I have to PvP.
I need to unmute myself.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I got my game settled away this morning on my rogue. I mean, I could do it on my shaman and my hunter. I just don't really have a reason to anymore.
Yeah, you have dis weapons and shit on your shaman. You really don't need to. Everyone's gonna get
I think
king.
next week on the rogue, I'm gonna push hard to get 1700.
Yeah, I want to push really hard on my shaman to get 1700. I just need to find a couple guys that are like good to lock in for like 200 games, if that's the case.
Who's getting J-Ward?
We have Tremor as well.
I'll take it. Just kidding.
Who's that?
Maybe
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
maybe Stress
You should
though.
probably feel your. Yeah, I was gonna say either yourself or stressed out.
We two healers?
Yeah, I'll probably put
Yeah.
it myself.
Mhm.
Oof. Ooh.
I'll call out
I've
kill
got
targets if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got Earth Shield on me, so that'll stop me missing out. 'Cause that's
Gas
about like that.
I'll just call it a kill target, and we go ape shit.
Yeah.
We have a bit of control in this comp with 2 healers too. We're gonna have to peel off for them. Hunter's in goggles, so he's gonna be kind of squishy.
They've got 2 stealthies, probably 3.
One's over here, one's over here. He's a druid.
You can get him out. Get him out. Stab him if you can.
You can't tap him in cat.
We need to get in combat with these guys.
You got this alley?
Let's go on Hunter. Go left. Go left and Hunter. Go left and Hunter. You can block. I'm
Can he?
full stun.
Oh, he's almost dead.
He purges his bot. Keep going on the Hunter. Purge his bot if you can. That is really unfortunate. I'm swapping the rest of the druid. Swap with me if you can. He's dead if we swap.
Where is he?
Please. Anyone? In the back? He is 2 HP.
Yes.
He's full health
You
now.
got flash now.
We're good, we're good, we're good.
He's dead.
Wow,
Alright,
you?
I'm going back Hunter. Ignore the druid. Kill the Hunter.
I'm gonna lose. You? Get the fuck out of there.
After this one, can y'all
Swap. Oh, I thought you wanted us to swap channel. I was like, we can do that if we talk too much.
Can't need the rope. Oh, sorry. I'm fucking this rope out. Oh wait,
I'm
there's
just gonna
still
kill the
Talia.
druid. That's fine. We just win if we want to just fight DPS. Druid's dead. I'll go rogue now. Sorry, I kind of let you guys let out the dry on the healer aspect because I knew you would not die that game.
Good shit.
Yeah, very good shit.
Where'd the rest of Druid go? I don't know.
He got melted. That was crazy.
He got melted twice.
Yeah, that's the funny part is I just heal twisted him back to back. I'm like,
I saw him go from like low health to get, lay on hands. And then he just blitzed him down again.
these games are fun. Like, you guys healed a lot.
Yeah.
Almost all that's was passive.
That's the crazy part. Yeah, you get 31,000 load.
Yeah, I just need to do some battlegrounds later tonight.
Yeah, you get the better.
I need like 3 pieces from the vendor.
Yeah, on the.
Set pieces.
Here, you got cute pop, by the way.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm throwing water breathing on people just as a.
Oh, are you putting Wind Fury there?
Can
Mhm.
you put
Oh.
can you put rank 1 amp on everyone?
Yar.
It won't come. It's not gonna
Yeah, yeah. I gotcha. Let me find it in my spellbook real quick.
or
I don't-
rank 1 damp or amp, whichever.
Yeah,
Amp's a little bit better.
Oh my god, that's so annoying. I loaded in and it gave me full screen of fucking Elden Ring, and then it went back when I pressed buttons.
You're playing PC, right?
Yeah, and I have an ultra wide, so.
Are you using keyboard and mouse or a controller? Thank God. Don't ever play mouse keyboard for any of those games.
Yeah, it'd
It's
be
so-
awesome.
I tried it. It's I can't play it. This is turbo cleave, so just be ready for huge fucking heals. I'm going warrior. Go warrior with me. Drop totems. Go warrior hard.
I got the druid. I got the druid. I'm stunning his ass.
I'm just gonna go hard warriors. PvE gear. I need someone else to hit him with me, and he
Which-
dies.
Noggin. Which warrior
I'm
you want?
disarmed. That's really unfortunate.
Noggin or ice?
One second on disarm.
What's that portal goes away?
Kill this warrior that I'm on. Just
I'm on with you. I'm
ice,
with you.
ice,
With you.
ice. My bad.
Wonka's getting kind of low.
He's dead. I'm going druid. I'm going
Druid.
druid.
Yep.
You should die here.
Resetting.
You kill him through bear. Kill him through bear.
He's dead.
That's fine. Now he is. I'm stopping the other warrior. Fuck this guy.
I'm going tower. Oh, he's prot. Now I'm going this warrior. Going rogue.
Yeah, ignore the prop out.
Yeah.
Holy heals, boys. That was good. Yeah, if I didn't get disarmed in the opener on that warrior, I'd swap my weapon fast enough. I'm dead 10 seconds ago.
Oh, he's not the heals. That's crazy. I didn't realize how much we actually did.
Yeah, y'all hit a lot.
Dude, double healer is like so OP for 5s. Especially a resto shaman fucking pain sub trees.
That shit's cheap.
Guys, I could fucking kiss you, Shresto. You drop Wind Fury so good.
I do know how to push them buttons, baby.
You do.
Are you on your pally or in your chamois?
I'm on my paladin.
I'll stream. You can watch it.
I'm just ripping everyone a new asshole. It's
I mean-
fun.
Okay, it's watching healer streams, so you're more than welcome to follow.
You watch me alt tab to my boost forward when
Fucking funny.
Fucking. Oh shit.
I got 4 characters coming right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if you just arena like on a 5 box? That'd be hilarious.
That's the plan.
Just have everybody palm pyro, one person at a time.
Bro,
Well, I don't
just-
keybind, so but I can AFK him.
I just inspected a guy, by the way. He was 98 and 97 and 2K and 5s. I don't know how the fuck you can do that. Like, that's
Wait,
insane.
what was his first two? 90 what?
98 wins, 97 losses, and he's 2K rating in 5s.
That makes sense.
Lose against higher ranked players. You only lose like 1 point of MMR, but if you beat them, they gain like 10.
Because there's a lot of
That's
people with like 1780 who have a negative
I saw KO, or no, Peekaboo, and the fucking he was dueling with like lifelong friend or something. Lifelong friend had 250 wins and like 3 losses or some shit, like 247
That's
wins, 3 losses.
crazy.
And they obviously won every game that they played last.
Shaman kill target or priest? We go shaman first, but if he gets like PI'd, he's resto. He should be easy, really easy to kill. PvE gear, go hard.
I got the warrior's
Go in and
charge.
good in combat, drop totems deep in the back.
Yep.
He's dead if someone else hits me. Oh shit, I'm sheeped. He's dead.
He's dead.
Nice.
Got the
Swap
mages.
mid. I'm gonna swap mid for a couple seconds. You guys keep going back there.
Oh, I got fear, but Tremor,
I'm blinding the
Mage is
druid.
half.
Tremor's too far.
I'm gonna go druid.
Which on druid?
Cycloning. Cyclone me. That's really bad. I can't get out of this.
Oh,
Sitting
which
for
druid do you
two.
want? Oh, that's a. I'm on a priest. That's my bad. I'm killing the priest.
That's fine. I'll
Priest
let
is
you
almost
finish the
dead.
priest.
Get him, get him, get him, get him. I'm dying.
Oh, I'm almost done building the
that's so
group.
scary.
I got counter.
I heard you.
Mage is dead.
Shit.
Jesus, boys. Actually just cleaning up these games. Yeah, if I ever see someone in PvE gear like that Resto Shaman, we're dicking them. Yep. I'm already up 45 rating. He's good, man. Yeah, go for it.
Alright, you're good.
I'm gonna wait for Resto to get back up you. I kind of want to Storm Herald for 5s.
That would be insane.
Yeah, like I really want to Storm Herald. I'll never be able to get 5 nethers for it, unfortunately, though, so I can't.
Oh, your shaman has the lockout, right?
Yeah, my shaman can do it. Yes.
Okay, great. Because I need a lust. Somehow I have no shaman.
That's crazy.
You chill, man. Got killed. We gotta do some 2 stress though. You and I would go pretty crazy.
Be down. I think I'm spoken for in 3s, but I don't think anybody's taking me for 2s.
Yeah, I'd 100% take you for 2s. It's such a fun comp, dude. You can't get CC'd with Blessing of Sack on each other easy. Or like in pretty much the opener, so you just puck rogues. I was watching a 3200 rep Paladin last night with a Resto Shaman 2s. It's just crazy. Trackpad. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
we
that's
lose
why
the druid.
I brought some extra fish skills.
I'd rather have less than luck.
You invited me, Karma? I'm trying to go back to Elden Ring.
Yep, I'm about to invite you. I'm about to feel ready.
The Frost Mage control goes crazy, by the way, Wonka. I'm so used to like Bomb Pyro and not having too much CC.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm more used to Frost. It's been a while since I've played it, but yeah, it's what I'm most familiar with.
And these are some really good games. This is Turbo Cleave.
Druid again.
Shaman, we're gonna kill Shaman, Enhanced Shaman. This is gonna be big fucking damage, early cooldowns, okay?
paladin
Careful,
sack.
crack. They're gonna come in deep. I'm waiting for shaman. I'm going shaman. You can lust.
Which one? Oh,
There's one shaman.
Yeah, my bad, my bad.
He held me. He's dead.
Got him.
He's bopped. Dead through bop.
I'm getting on druid.
I'm gonna bop you, Harry. And I'm gonna go druid.
Yeah, I got the druid cyclone, so he's stuck.
Good shit, good shit.
Druid's dead. Just come kite to us if you can.
Sheep and warrior.
I'm going red paladin. Hit red.
Yeah, I'm
with
with you
me.
on the paladin. Yeah. Starting him.
Dodged.
Sheep and the warrior.
Starting getting in.
We win this no matter what. We can take it really slow if we need to.
Yeah.
Go holy paladin.
Yep, holy paladin.
Which shaman? God damn it,
Taking.
Craig, there's one shaman.
We've been having like 3 in the same class, and you're like, the warrior. I'm like, man, there's 7 of them.
Yeah. That was really good.
How was my damage done so well? I was hitting everyone.
Dude, the teams going there back and forth. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Like
I
you
was
saved me and then I saved you.
Yep, that was sick.
That's what
Purge is
GG
going
players are.
crazy, dude.
This is a really fucking fun comp for 5s, you know.
Yeah.
It is.
this
Correct. You're getting like really good saps off in the beginning too.
Dude, I don't know how I got that paladin. That was crazy.
Cracks are becoming a rogue, man.
I like this character. My Shami's fun, don't get me wrong, but this guy
Yeah.
is the move.
I
You have a better
absolutely.
toolkit.
I loved playing
Yeah.
Ellie last night in 5s, but like I'm just so much more comfortable on a paladin.
Yeah, well, also hard casting fucking sucks.
It's
It-
tough, bro.
It really does. When I can just walk in with a 2-hander and one shot pretty much everyone through cooldowns, I miss it.
Let's see, so are we gonna be going ramp? Or
We're
right?
we're probably gonna go left and up, and if they charge us, we just meet them.
Okay.
Just no LOS the healers here. There's a couple of really weird spots on the ramp and on the bridge.
This is the map I'm least comfortable with so far. This is my first time doing reloads in 2DC. You know, rather, first time playing World of Warcraft, I should say. I
Still
kinda-
crazy though. You seem comfortable?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to hear.
Is same thing turbo cleave, we go shaman, okay?
I'm gonna see if I can sap somebody again.
I'm just gonna pre-winding up command.
I'm gonna try and sap this priest.
We're probably gonna be fighting middle of bridge. Shaman and priest. They're really good kill targets. We're gonna have to purge off bot for sure.
And I'm gonna
Got us
swap to
charged.
somebody else.
Get ready for a master spell too. Before we team fight. I'm so surprised they're not charging us.
I got all their charges and shit, so the warriors should be pretty gamp.
Yeah. The blizzard's good. Just piss them off. If this warrior comes in, we hit warrior too. If we can kill
Wait.
warriors.
Who are we focusing right now?
I'm gonna go shaman, but warrior's coming in. Like start hitting the warrior.
Sheep and priest.
Here he comes. You can lust now. Shaman's Hodge. We go shaman hard. He's 60%.
Shaman might die. Yep, shaman's
He's
dead.
dead. I'm kiting back to you guys.
Sheep and
Kiting back to you guys.
sheep and the paladin, killing priest.
Harry's blocked. I'm going Jayozu, the
Commission
warrior.
We're getting
Mhm.
Tabby back.
You guys go priest. I'm gonna help.
I'm
We
gonna
need help stress though.
blind this pally. Blind
We
him.
need help
Get him,
stress
get him,
though.
get him, get him, get him.
Sheep and warrior.
I'm going down. I'm gonna go up.
I got the other warrior. The other warrior had a heartbeat. I'm coming down with you. I can't. I'm stunned. I'm swapping priest bucket.
Yeah, I'm on the priest too.
I'm disarmed, so
Melt him.
swap warrior up here. Warrior super
Sheep and one off of the priest there. Getting the other one.
My bad.
Yeah,
I
don't
broke
whatever
that.
you do, don't break sheeps.
That was my bad. I'm getting this warrior.
I'm
Sheep,
down with
sheep
it.
and the other warrior again.
Oh, he melted me. Oh, we should have that pally.
Nah, just kill this warrior. You should be able to pump through. We have to get him off our healers. Yeah.
I'm getting eaten up by this warrior. Sheeping him.
Crack,
Can't
come
reach
over
you
to.
all.
I don't have wind fury. There's no way I'm killing the priest. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that probably was just free casting.
The warrior was like sub 20% 5 times.
Yeah.
LOS, I hate this map so much.
Yeah.
This one sucks.
But that is not an easy combo with 2 warriors training our healers.
And they were doing damage too, man. They both did. Oh, you did 48k. Look at you.
That's wide.
I'll try and do more on the next one to pull some of the warriors off. Is that the same exact group that we had earlier?
Oh no,
No,
they were different.
A different one. Okay.
They were double healing as well.
Those guys were weird too.
Yeah. Like, if you ever see 2 warriors on stress though, pull back for stress though.
Right.
Yeah. Another one.
It still wasn't bad. I barely lost any rating.
And another one.
Do you like fish sticks?
Fish sticks in your mouth.
I just watched that back.
What are you on, 5-0 so far?
4 and
We've
1.
lost. Yeah, we lost.
That game was close. An enhancement shaman did nothing that game. The red man.
We fucked that guy up.
I'm gonna.
We're so kiteable. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
He died in 1 Hajj. This is crazy.
and they still had both healers on.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be very, very high damage if they're vampire. They probably are.
One's got icy veins, the others doesn't. So one's fire arcane, the other's frost. The top one there, what's his name? Lit boy is frost.
Boy?
Yeah, lit boy's frost.
If you see a mage in melee range, hit that motherfucker. But we're gonna have a prio, shaman, and hunter.
Okay.
I sapped one of the mages. I sapped the boy. See if I can sap one of them while they're on the way in.
They're just. I mean, they're
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You got me.
We're gonna need to go in. Come on, guys. Go in on shaman.
Bad
Many
voodoo.
huge heals, okay?
Got interrupted there. Ah, fucking.
I got him.
I have
Blinded. Get him.
Get his wop off. We gotta get his wop off. And go
Oh, got
mage.
him.
Go lit. Go lit. Go lit. Correct. We go mage.
Got him.
Tristan's getting
Yeah. That's really fun.
Yeah, that was insane, dude.
Yeah.
What was the comp?
Double mage, hunter.
That was insane.
Oh, that fucking shaman should have died.
Yeah, we got 0 kills there.
So let me guess, the enhance opened with the hunter dual burst attack while the mages did their own thing.
Pretty much, yeah. The enhanced shaman got bopped, so it's just the mages winning after that. Dude, I hate. That was so cancer. Yeah, the lit boy was the only mage that actually like did damage too. The other
Name like
one.
Lit Boy, you better.
Still better than losing all 10 games, trust me. You get so many more points if you win a couple.
Alright, Oak, you don't need anything, right? Because I see 23 SRs. I'm not SRing anything because I hate those when I am.
Oh, I'm gonna HSR this or just I was finishing cooking dinner. She kind of caught me off guard with this group.
Sorry, I just sent the SR sheet on this so you had to use the
God damn it. Booster fucking abandoned me.
Oh shit.
What's his name? I'll spam report him.
It's random mages. They're offline now. I did like 15 runs with them too.
Is he on
Dude, I
cooldown?
hated that, man. In Classic, when I was buying Mara Boost, they do like 5 or 10 runs. I'm like, oh, I gotta go today. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna sit in here for like 20 hours.
What do you boost in Shadowlands?
Yeah, Shadowlands for my rogue, just because I'm busy doing too much shit. I can't
Yeah.
level 'em. So I'm just paying for them.
Yeah. What are they like? How much are they? 180 or something for 5?
Yeah, I was getting 170 for 5.
It's
You
really
can
not
look it
that
now.
bad. It's okay, boys, we got this.
Yeah, we got this.
Mage is like the bane of my existence in Trustos. It's barely anything we could do but out heal it. This is gonna be fun. This is a very
rogue.
hard comp. Try and get the rogue.
Yep.
Stay back here.
He got
Mage doesn't
me.
have that much gear. Oh, go. We gotta go. We gotta get.
Right here.
Uh-uh.
Got him. Oh.
Get on the rogue. Get on the rogue.
Bitch.
You can lust if you want.
Alright, lost.
Lust.
Got the mage's sheep. Rogue's dead.
All right,
Oh, he's
rogue is
close
dead.
to
We
dead.
go
No,
warlock.
he's not.
We go warlock.
He's not dead. He's still
He's still
alive.
alive.
Is he?
Shit. That's really bad. I'm going mage. He's in my face.
I'll help on the mage with you real quick.
I'm swapping to priest now. Swap to priest. Priest is way too far out. We kill priest here.
Dying.
Sheep in the war. Oh, got the warlock.
You redrop Windtree when you get a chance.
Oh, he's so close.
Ooh, gotcha.
They're spam purging me. I can't really do much. You drop Windtree.
Curse the healers if you
Oh,
can.
I am.
Alright, win for your time.
Sheep in the rogue.
I got fucking almost
Almost soloed the priest. We had to swap to that priest. He's keeping their entire team alive. You see your fold in the back, so.
Mage is almost dead, but
I'm just done last minute.
There's just nothing I can do. They've killed your totem probably 5 times. They dispelled lust, so. I can't believe that rogue didn't die though. It's my bad. I swear to God.
Their priest is
Yeah.
Zoom.
You can maybe still be really hard.
their mage is dead.
Kill this rogue. Oh, I'm dead
I got
actually.
it.
Yeah.
You know how shitty that was to play? You still did really well.
Yeah. That rogue got so lucky. Like if he died, we won. That's a real con. It's just if you're melee, they're just gonna spam fear you. Same with if you're a healer. And that what he's doing is he's killing your like grounding totem, wind fear totem every single time you put it down. He purged almost everyone's lust as well, which is just crazy. I wonder what they're rated. Not too hot. I mean, stomp games are fun, but it's fun to actually play like a little bit difficult games. I almost just joined 2v2. I hate that it's the default option, dude. I was doing 5s like 3 weeks ago, and I got a res off in 5s. It was the most wild shit ever. Dude, that's what I said. I was like, there's no way I get this. Just let me cast for fucking like 6 seconds straight. Yeah, that was the first smart shaman we played against, because he just kept purging me.
Yeah, motherfucker purged everything.
I only managed to purge off 2 heroisms.
I wonder how that rogue got you. He probably had.
He's got the trinket probably.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Probably trinket boost.
Also, how motherfuckers want to purge me.
I just
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah,
shit.
okay.
Probably his defeat too. Master's threads.
From-
Yeah,
from
he had
that-
trinket.
From that last one.
Holy shit, yeah, man.
I actually just double checked that purge 3 heroisms.
That's still really good.
35.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, this is all pally, boys. Lock in
And a
kill the
druid.
Kill the druid. Come
Sheep
back with
and
me.
some
I'm far
paladin
back.
somewhere.
Yep. He's gonna get bopped. You ready to purge it, okay?
Yep.
I'm gonna need Wind Fury a little closer too when you get a chance.
Get him, get him.
I gotta trinket this. You ready to purge bop?
Got him.
He's dead.
No
He's
purge.
dead.
Okay. I'm bopping one, Duro.
I'm getting bops off.
We're gonna go the DAL name that I'm on right here. I can't fucking pronounce that.
Got him.
Dolly Parton or some shit.
Delindra.
Delindra.
Yep.
Get her.
Kill his ass.
Locking.
Go phone
Go
fin.
cruising.
Cruising.
Kill.
Cruising for cruising.
Dead. And we just go
Flashing.
Thor him.
Yeah, for fun. Yeah, for fun. I was thinking that too.
Nice. These guys want to be red paladins. I'm sorry. That was
Yeah, pretty high.
That was a big bop.
yeah.
They all went for me.
I know you might think it's stupid, but I let you get as low as possible before I pop you. I want them to pop everything they can on you. That was really good. That was such a meme comp. No Wind Fury? What?
Dude, no lust.
Yeah. Like,
Need a shaman in there, like an enhance or something, and then
I'm not much of a person without a fucking shaman. Dude, it's so fucking hot. I really need the weather to chill a little bit. It's been like 98 every single day.
Yeah, it's been hot and humid down here
Yeah.
in Texas.
They're also building like a bunch more condos next to me, so like if you open your window, you're just getting dust and dirt and shit flowing through. Yeah. Yeah, Millhair asked if he could do fives with us, and I felt bad because we were full. I love Millhair. He's also a very, very good priest in fives.
Yeah, I was just doing. I just like helped them with the last 4 that they needed.
Oh, this is double stealth. We go shaman and
Let
priest.
me see if I can find the.
We need to get in combat. If you want to shock something, yeah, good blizzard. I'm sapped in the back.
Got him. Got him.
Sheep and the warrior.
Back
Okay, good.
here for right now. You can pop lust and everything.
I'm on this shaman. Boom back.
I'm on the warrior.
Swap to warrior with me, please. He should have died there. Unfortunate.
I just killed a shaman.
Swap to priest now.
Rounding out.
Actually, yeah, we gotta go priest.
On the priest.
I'm full sunlock.
Sheep and the warrior. Got the druid cyclone.
You ready for the priest beard?
The shaman over here just doing his thing.
Sheep and
I
shaman.
think we go shaman.
Ship switching to shaman. Yeah, get the shaman.
Beard. I bopped you, trust though. You guys go shaman. I'm gonna kill priest, okay?
Sheep and the warrior.
Can you paint something?
Trying to get these guys off you. Sorry.
The priest is almost dead. Like he's 10%. Was 20%.
He's owned too.
Shaman, pretty fucking working here.
Priest is dead. Priest is dead. Priest is dead. I'm going shaman.
Sheep and rogue.
I've been annoying this guy.
I'm here now.
Sheep and the warrior. Well, trying to sheep the warrior. Fuck. I tried to, man. I was just a second late.
I'm gonna die.
He's stunned. He's stunned. He's stunned. Kill this motherfucker.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Go feral. You can.
Sheep and the warrior.
Hey, don't touch the warrior.
Locking.
Sunlock full from this rogue. I'm gonna repentance this rogue as soon as I get out. Yeah. God damn, man.
That was my bad on the warrior.
No, you're fine. The warrior is super low. I know I'm making a lot of calls, but we just have to be really, really good at swapping the warrior. Just easy dead target. And that would have probably saved Shresto's life because he had Mortal Strike on him. There's no out healing it.
did out heal your level strike, but they just let me precast on it, so.
Yeah. It's not bad though. I guess these games are
So
It feels better to lose a close game.
Yeah.
than shit stomp. Yeah.
if you could, either of the Shresto, if you ever get somebody on you and it doesn't seem like they're getting sheeped off of you, just call it out in Discord and I'll try and sheep them off.
You got it.
Like Frost Mage, he's been controlling really, really well. Like next time, that warrior dies with like one extra Frost Bolt, Ice Lance, and Rogue on him, and that's all their damage. Like that guy was just pumping into us. He had sweeping strikes too, which is really unfortunate. Then Priest is like, I got the Priest after, but it's just too late. They already used all their mana. I got wings and bop and DI off, not DI. Fucking bop off of myself. That game is crazy. DI would be really, really fucking funny. There's a mage in our guild, Vorn, right, Chesto? And he had no idea what DI was. I randomly DI'd him in the middle of raid once. He's like, guys, I'm stuck. He had no idea what it was. This is funny.
My very first Molten Core 8 killed me.
He killed.
He was like, oh, there's a cool lore thing in that skull. You should touch it. Like it's just on the lip of the eye. It's like after you kill it, it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
you take like 30 caps and 5 damage.
This is double rogue, by the way. I didn't mean to interrupt you. This is Shadow Priest. We kill Shadow Priest.
There's a druid.
Yeah. Shadow Priest, then we go Druid. Shadow Priest will fucking kill all of us if we just let him die.
He's probably over here.
Pop Perception now.
I already did.
Yeah, Shadow Priest is a real big pain in the ass in this comp because you can get bopped. What's Mage's gear? Mage doesn't have much gear.
Is that Shadow Priest?
Okay. Let's charge in. Everyone mount up. We can start going slowly. Just get ready. Pre-drop Wind Fury like 70% of the way up. Okay?
Shadow Priest again.
I'm followed up with a Hodge.
I'm gonna
Lush.
cheat.
I'm trying to spell steal a sacrifice off the.
I got Blackout proc. It's really bad. Kill the fucking Priest.
Got the priest.
Shit. Druid's
Go Druid, go
Sheep.
Druid. He boomkin, go Druid.
Yep. He's dead. Bullish. Good shit.
Shit, go to... We go Mage, we go Mage, we go Mage.
Mage. Yep. Going to him.
It's fun.
I'm on it.
Mage is dead. Should be
Mage.
dead. He's in bop. We saw the pally when he's in bop.
Get him.
Purging him down.
Stop the Mage now.
Got him.
Improved counter spell on the druid so he's not healing.
Good fucking job, guys. I was a little scared there, man.
Nah, as soon as they let me in.
Good shit.
Holy shit, dude. I didn't miss a single twist that game, and I got carry a proc on every twist that arena.
Oh, that's really good.
You guys want to keep going in a little bit? I may have to shower. Or...
I was gonna say, I should probably try. Fuck, man, that last one was so good.
Yeah. I'll do one more.
Yeah, let's send one more. These have been fun, man.
Go until we lose, maybe, is a better way than...
I've just been holding in this piss for like an hour now, I swear.
I hear that makes you proc. Twist.
Bro, I don't know what it is, Harry. In arena, in 5v5, I never not get a seal twist. It's just like chaining them. It's crazy. And they don't expect it. They never expect like a twist right off the rip and you just instantly kill someone. They're like, oh, this guy's gonna auto first. No.
My
'Cause you
hit rating is 6.66%.
I have 3% hit. Heck W. Wait, actually? No. I think I have more than that. I was reading my spell hit. I have 3.7% hit, actually.
Yeah, cap for rogues is 5.
Just trust though, if you're gonna be up after this game, I'm gonna go take a really fast shower, then we can send some BGs if you want.
Let's see. I still have to finish doing demo work.
These are
Demo work.
Yeah, doing some demolition work.
yeah.
Boy, the demo locked now.
That's fair. Like I said, if you guys want to get together again next week, we can run this back. Shaman, hard shaman. Like I want you to butt fuck that shaman. Go right, go right, go right. Go right into them.
Got the warrior's charge.
Need to get in combat. Shaman's hodged.
They're on me.
Hey, kill this motherfucker. You can lust whenever. I'm gonna need big heals.
Sheep and the warrior.
Not like.
You can purge this guy.
I'm on.
There you go.
Back on the shaman.
Shaman. Cool.
Yep, just keep going on him.
Sheep and the warrior.
Line of the warrior.
Ooh, I gotta trinket out of that. Keep going, shaman, boys. Just trying to kill.
Sheep and the priest.
Just a second.
Okay.
Stun him. Get him.
Cycling.
Kill him, Crutch.
Trying. Good shoot.
Nice. Parry your bot. We swap priests now. Priests and bubbles, so line up your cooldowns as you walk up to them.
Purging him down.
Make sure we redrop Tremor if you can when you get a second. Pretty close.
Sorry,
I know
guys.
you're doing. Okay. Keep going hard, priest. Follow this motherfucker, okay?
Oh my god. Sorry, come back.
Oh, he's almost dead.
Okay.
Got him.
Get priest. Get
We
priest,
already
get
did,
priest.
Karma.
Sorry. I just typing. So
I'm
slow.
coming back right now.
Sheep and the warrior. Priest is low.
I'm completely doomed, so. Yeah, this is really cooked. I'm not gonna be able to do much, boys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys can do it.
He's immune. Fuck.
I'm gonna get out of combat. I'm coming over to Wandero.
Get a couple sips in.
Blocking.
I'm trying, man. It's okay, we swapped a warrior. The priest is drinking. If you could put a dot on him, anything. Go warrior with him now. Ooh, that's a really bad
Is he
stun.
just mana burning you?
Yeah.
How does he have fucking mana?
He went over there and drank, and now he's just
mana
free.
burning everybody.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's fine though. Like I said, these games are really close. Like I said, we don't just have to do 10 next week. If you guys want to actually like run it up, we should. Yeah. Our guilds have been playing with
Let's
each other
crack with
closely.
me. I need a solid group.
You gotta come play with us, man. Well, GG's, boys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Next week or whatever, I'll actually be at my desk, so I can be a little better. You know, I'm kind of in a.
You crushed.
Yo, I will too, actually. I'm been playing WoW out of my bed because I'm on bed rest. But next week I'll be up at my PC, which is nice.
Right.
So I feel it. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a quick shower, and if anyone wants to game after, just let me know.
Hell yeah, good game, y'all. Have a
Yeah,
good night.
boys.
Had fun, guys.
Sleep crack.
See y'all later. Peace.
Bye bye.
Those are really good games.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, what shit? You know, I could play better, but yeah, I'm playing from bed also. If I sit at my desk though, it'd be much better. You actually get over the keyboard and stuff. Like, this is like lazy man's rating. But good. Now I got a reason to do like, well, I don't know, fives or whatever. I always find a reason to do PvP, and then I don't feel like doing it. You know, 'cause it's like, well, this, you know, just someday I might be busy right now instead, right? So, that being said, it was fun at least to practice. I haven't done 5v5s in like 20 years either, but it's a little different. It's obviously way different than 2s, but 3v3 is what I'm most comfortable with. I've never gotten, well, I had Gladiator 3v3s only, but we should. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the fucking, most people like competitive 5s is not nearly as, if I remember correctly, a lot of the shit's more 2v2s and 3v3s, but give me a reason to get some points and get my gear and a reason to do battle rounds and all that stuff, so. I could play much better. I had to get this macro figured out. And some of that's like, there's just so much shit going on. I wish I could see better, that's all. I have to like select from the menu what to target, not necessarily what I see. So sometimes they'll be calling for like a paladin or whatever, like attack on something, and I'll be like, oh, the thing right in front of me. Click it. If I start attacking it, like all the shit going on, I'm like, oh well, wait, that's not even the right target. So that thing there is helpful, but it is fun to do. If I had a thing like priority, I guess on that would be priority sheep. Oh, which fucking god! I got this thing I gotta ship. I cannot find a box big enough for the fucking thing. Super annoying. I don't know where my other phone is either. So, that being said, hate to have to refund the person, right? Sorry, I don't have a fucking, cannot find a box in the middle of town, or in the middle of nowhere. Which was good. Yeah, but PvE is different. Like, yeah, I would probably still do better PvEing, but sitting on my ass for 3 or 4 hours at a time is probably not the greatest idea. So, being able to play from bed is helpful, but you play like shit doing PvP with a fucking, you know, where PvE is kind of like calculated, you know. So I'll actually be at my desk next week, and hopefully we'll do a little better than we did this. I guess we did all right. What did we win? 4 or 5, half of them or whatever. 6 and 5. That's pretty good. I'll get more points from that than my fucking 1200 rated 2s, which is enough to get a full PvP set this season, right? And then when I get, like, if Mackenzie were on right now, we could do 2s, but he's all, he's in Malta or whatever, and the fucking play, make, pretend sounds like some fucking, well, yeah, right, located adjacent to, fucking Narnia. Yeah, it sounds like a made-up place. Oh, yeah, I'm on vacation in Narnia. Whatever, dude. Don't have to fucking lie to kick it, bro. Everybody knows Malta's a make-believe place. That guy, he does a shitload of damage as a rep paladin, man. I thought mages are more burst and crowd control and all that, but the guy does a lot of damage as a paladin. The setup on those is so important, you know, and I'm too focused on trying to do burst damage, I think, at the beginning there. More I need to worry about the setup, right? And like, yeah, I don't know. I think we did all right. You know, practice would be helpful. Shresto's never played before, but I couldn't seemingly determine if he was doing anything that he shouldn't. You know, it seemed like he was able to stay alive and shit. So good for him. I've done 5s before. I've never had a Gladiator 5s team, but could have if I ever did this shit. It was more about 3s because it seemed to be the most balance, you know, most fun. Yeah, I have to go to like the dollar store. If I go to the shipping place, Dollar Tree or something, they might have a box big enough for it. Johnny Depp turned 63 today. What I could do is queue up for 2v2s and practice. Yeah. Slowly work my way there. Yeah, that guy Meow, man, he's surprisingly like pretty good at World of Warcraft. Not to say surprisingly, but normally guys that are like PvE raiders and stuff don't ever. More often, sometimes they don't. More often, like any of the PvE guilds I've joined, PvE guilds, right, have like of the 25 raiders or whatever, the 30 core raiders that swap in and out, all that. There's like usually normally one or two that are like take PvP seriously. The rest are hardcore PvEers. Um, but yeah, no, it's good to see people that have take the entire game seriously, not just one part of it. So I mean, if I could pay attention better to what everybody was doing and micromanage, I still like, in all honesty, I really, I wouldn't know what to direct in 5v5s. 3v3s, I guess, I could probably figure out, but skirmish is unrated, right? Anyway, practice. I really need to move around where my trinkets are, I think. Are you a warrior? Here there. This is so much lamer than fucking being able to summon a bunch of food. Everybody pick what they want, right? There, that makes a little more sense. 'Cause I'm not going to pop the trinket without the other thing, so... This is tough. What are you gonna... Oh no, guy. Am I gonna sit here feared that? Come on now. I played that like shit. That was terrible. Just because I didn't fucking get out of any of it, and then by the time it was too late. Do anything at all, we better. I didn't do shit there. Yeah, no, I need to play that better for sure. Because the thing is, I could bust out of crowd control and all that shit, but where's the guy at? Here we are. Terrible. Oh, great. Brings me back to a simpler time, though, doesn't it? Remember when I earned all that gear running grinding rank 14 and they just gave it to everybody? I was like, are you fucking serious? I want my fucking 8 to 10 months back, you know? Fucking hard work. And he's like, everybody can have it now. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Participation trophies. I just need to figure out how I want this to... I think shift 3 maybe. Yeah, fucking fine now. Whatever. I feel like F1 is the thing I want to hit to do damage. I hate accidentally hitting the wrong thing every time. I gotta get used to it because it's... Double mages. Warlock Priest. Like, what are the fucking chances? Oh, great. Nothing at all. Yeah, I really don't feel like doing this shit right now that I think about it. 2v2s? Fuck, can I find a rogue or something? What does he prefer here? I don't really know. You know how hard use feels, right? Every time you start an arena, you're like, okay, I gotta make 4 stacks of food, lock the door 3 times, right? Polish off the fucking doorknob, right? You're like, god damn it, dude, it's a ritual, isn't it? 5 minutes to Wapner, 5 minutes to Wapner. Right, fucking shit. Anyway, that's my attempt at a joke. There's not a whole lot that you can do there, Feral Mage, like... Or Feral Druid only did 1200 damage. I think, am I looking at that right? That's not good, man. Is a Feral Druid? Shit. Anyway. Tough composition, I guess. I don't know. I'd say I played it alright. I got the rogue stealth and everything. There we go. We got a rogue. I might just fucking eye a quag, really. Pally Mage. Nope. Not today. Come on now. Could do more to sheep there and all that shit, but yeah, I could have played that better. But I was trying to stay alive there at the end. But he's a fire mage, so. There's no sense in dragging this out, but. My arcane missile's in the right spot, too. Well. I can't say this fucking playing like I should really just sit at the desk, really. Get frustrated playing like shit and not give myself the reason to do better, basically. Should have stayed in ice block longer. I don't really know. Is that a Nexus key? It is. I want that Nexus key. I want that Nexus key, bro. Fuck. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna drop Q. We're gonna sit at the desk to play, or else we're gonna get like. Oh shit! Yeah, that guy's upset. Ooga ooga booga. All right. It's much more difficult to see, but this is if I just had it up and like closer to what it should be, I should be all right. Moving around, keyboard, mouse. Oh, Jerry. It's fucking shitty, man. Hard to see. I don't think my eyes have gotten worse, but it's been a while since I played from a computer desk. I think if I limit it to like an hour or something, it won't hurt my tailbone. It's 12 hours later, right? You know me. Unless you don't know me. In which case... I'm just so used to it being up higher and all that shit after... God damn it. Need my fucking goggles. You might have improved dampen or whatever. Are you going invisible? Alright, we got a mage. Sapped. Not shit I can do about it. Don't fucking attack, pet. You fucking... God damn it. That didn't hit him? That's not good. Should have to stretch or something. Do your wrist exercises, right? Oy vey. Double resto shaman? A double Ellie shaman? Whatever. I don't have any food and water. I do. About as much as you can there. Fuck. It's like 2 anti-mages. Like, say, not necessarily anti-mage, but 2 grounding totems, 2 earth shocks, purge, or like, fuck, what do you even do? You know, we did pretty good, I guess. We have no, like, wind-up DPS there. It's all fucking ice lance and stuff. Get this thing, the fucking fog on my screen. That looks better. Anyway. What's the temperature like? It's kind of warm. I open a window. It's got 2,000 rated. Oh, fucking sit upright, bro. I got a fucking internet all-star. The internet. He's already got that season 2 shoulders going. Alright, guy. Resto. That's how you do that, apparently. Apparently. Oh my god, he is the chosen one. He is the chosen one. Korean banana strategy. Korean banana strategy. In my mind, if I ever make it in life, like, I'll have all this like ridiculous like nuggets of wisdom, and I'll try to make it as absurd as possible and see if people adhere to it, just because it would be funny. You know how everybody always looks to like an enlightened guru to come up with like these obscure and abstract business concepts and stuff to like, oh, he's the next Steve Jobs, right? Right. Or whatever. But the joke was, I was sitting there buying bananas earlier, and I'm like, what will I tell these people? Right? What sort of obscure, sort of enlightened thing might I have to tell people? I'm like, oh, I will call it my roadmap is a Korean banana strategy, right? And I'll have like, what's the, oh, everybody sharpen your fucking pencils, right? What's that? Well, seeing as how I'm completely talking out of my ass right now, the Korean banana strategy is, if you ever go to Korea and you go to the market and you buy bananas, they sell them in 7-packs, right? Each banana is progressively 1 day less ripe than the other, so you always have one entire fresh banana, right? And I'm gonna tell them that, like, oh, that's our roadmap plan, right? It's Korean banana strategy, where the point is we always have a fresh idea on the cooker, right? So then that way we can always transition it and like, yeah, basically full of shit. You're entirely full of shit. Oh, so you must really be the new Steve Jobs then, right? Shit. He got me on that one. Close, man. Not much I can do about it. I could have icy veins, I guess, made that go quicker probably, but whatever. Oh, that's my Korean banana strategy, right? So we always have one fresh idea to present to the you're right, you're full of shit. Look to me for all my infinite wisdom, right? The guy sitting there trying to talk into his computer mouse instead of invented the computer, right? Exactly. I need to eat again. I'm starving. Shit. Double frost mage. Can you blessing of freedom me? God damn it. Yeah, we played like shit, but whatever. Yeah, so I guess it works, man. Maybe. I mean, it's not. It honestly, it got me convinced it's not the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But then again, what do you know that I don't? I'm probably gonna log after this one though. I got to eat an actual meal, drink some water. I think I've been streaming for what? Does this tell you how many hours now? A few? More than a few? I get kings instead. Nope. I'm just gonna let it ride with wisdom then. Cool. Come on, Paladin. Do you want to possibly heal, bop, anything? Really? A bop would have been great. A bubble from you there would have been awesome. Anything at all? I guess Paladins beat Rogue. He doesn't even have a bubble used yet. Can't say if he wins this, it'll be his fucking thing though. Golly, dude. Get sauced by some fucking person with Down syndrome. He doesn't even have his bubble. Use your bubble. He won. Purple team wins. We fucking mean that retarded guy beat those normal people, those normies. Anyway, that was fun. I might log on later. I'll